Do you need a new sewer line, but don't know whether to replace it or just line it? Today, we're diving into the battle of pipe liner versus full sewer line replacement. Find out which option could save you thousands and get your pipes flowing smoothly again. Cured in place pipe is a trenchless method of repairing pipes that involves inserting a flexible liner into a damaged pipe and inflating it to create a seamless structural pipe. Now, this sounds amazing, and I've seen some fantastic product and demonstrations at trade shows. What I'm going to do today is I want to show you some that are being done. That way you see exactly what it is. And then I'm going to go through and talk to you about some different things like how long does it last? Will it always work? A lot of different things like that that I think you as a homeowner or a plumber who's thinking about doing this really need to know. So in this first video, let's look at this. This is a pull-in-place pipe repair with a UV cure. And I love the way they videoed this to show you how clear it is and see what it is.
First, a small but powerful video camera is inserted into your pipes to assess any problems like cracks and root intrusion. Then, we remove any roots and scale buildup by using a high-speed rotary chain cleaner that moves down the pipe, grinding away any obstructions. Remaining debris is washed away through hydrojetting, which uses highly pressurized water to scrub the interior of the pipes.
Okay, so I like this. First of all, they run a camera through, they look at it, then they take basically like a sander and run down the inside of the pipe to really clean it out. Then they run a hydrojetter through to wash it out. That way there's no dust, anything there that could keep the plastic from adhering to the pipe. So let's jump back in and watch some more of this.
For localized pipe damage, the LightRay LR3, the next generation of UV casting, is fitted with a 5-foot UV light packer, wrapped with a liner that hardens under UV light exposure. The liner is then pulled or pushed into place, and the packer is inflated, pressing the liner against the interior of the damaged pipe. The packer's UV light casts or hardens the liner in minutes, sealing all cracks and connections. The packer is then removed, leaving the finished pipe patch. For lining longer sections or an entire pipe, the UV-sensitive liner with internal cal tube is coiled inside an inversion drum. Next, the starting end of the liner is securely fastened to the inversion drum nozzle, making an airtight seal. Air pressure pushes or inverts the flexible liner and cal tube or air bladder down the pipe. As the liner inverts down the pipe, the UV light train is also pulled in from the insertion unit. Once in place, the UV light train lights up, casting and hardening the liner in minutes, making a seamless and durable pipe within a pipe.
Okay, so you see this, and I want to back up to it so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Where they do this one here, they're literally going in through, say, a clean out to get it right where they want it. So that makes this easy. This is great for a spot repair. You get it in right where you want it. You measure it off. You've already looked at it with the camera. You saw that all the roots were penetrating right here where it looks like this hub may be broke. So this is great for a spot repair. You push it in, it goes a little bit further. You make sure that you've got it where this is kind of, it's not going to block the clean out. It's not going to come too far down. Now, what I want you to see right here is there's a break right here and a break right here. So what this is this is normally dug up so they can get in there, attach their tool, their entrance tube right there to the pipe, and then come on down. Now, they also talk about pulling the UV light down through it. So it's got to be open at the other end too. That way they can get that cable through and pull it and get it right where they want. So there is some landscape work, digging in the yard, things like that are going to have to be done. But I think this is still a good option for a lot of homeowners.
The sewer repair will rehabilitate and structurally reinforce your existing pipes to last decades.
Okay, so this one is pretty cool. Let's look at this next one and see what they've got going on here.
This blue
Okay,
tube
so
is being pushed
that's
to a
not
faulty sewage pipe
the
using
pull-in-place
pressurized air,
one.
which will create a tough new pipe inside the old one. Workers clean the pipe with water and a rotating chain. Next, they measure the pipe and cut a piece of felt lining to size. A vacuum pump sucks out any air from inside the felt so that it can be filled with epoxy resin. The team flattens the lining and puts it in a compressor. The compressor uses pressurized air to force the lining into the old pipe. The lining is inflated so that it sticks to the walls. The new pipe cures and hardens for 4 hours. Then the lining is deflated, trimmed, and removed, leaving behind a new pipe inside. The finished product can last over 50 years, which is twice as long as a brand new PVC pipe.
Okay, so we've seen some pretty cool things there. So how does it work? Well, it's different ways. There's either an epoxy resin or a UV light that gets in here, helps push everything out to the edge, and then helps cure it. So the UV helps it cure in place plastic. Now, let's look at a price comparison. Now, I've never done this. I've never worked at a company that did it, but from the information that I can get, you're probably looking at $75 a foot to $300 a foot. Now, that I know to some of you sounds pretty high, but replacement is going to run anywhere from $400 a foot to $700 or $800 a foot, depending on the type dirt, how far you've got to dig. Do you have to dig extra access points for holes to tunnel up under a house? Anything like that. So the price can seem a lot different, but I would definitely check anytime you're getting something like this done and compare. That way you know, because there are some benefits to doing the cure-in-place plastic. Like I showed you, they've got a hole dug at the beginning and the end to get that piece to come through to where they can put the attachment and send it right there. But I've seen demonstrations done where literally they ran it in through the clean out and then came back and drilled holes in to the plastic. That way the branch lines could drain in and have access to it like they're supposed to. Now, tunneling, it can be a mess. It can leave a mess in your yard. If you dig out a tunnel about 3 feet wide and about 3 or 4 feet deep from one end of your house to the other, all that dirt's got to be piled up in the yard, and it is going to leave a mess. It can damage your landscaping. It can do a lot of different things. So I see great benefits in the CIPP package. Now, CIPP can be done in a day. Tunneling under a house, that can take a day or two to dig it, 2 or 3, 4 days to install it, and then getting everything inspected too. And to be proficient in CIPP, cured in place pipe, the plumbing pipe repair needs comprehensive training that includes understanding about the particular brand that they use and the process. What is the proper equipment, and do they know how to operate it correctly? Being able to send a camera down the drain and look at it and see what really is the problem. Is it a belly? Is it a break? Is it a crack? Is there just roots entering at a joint? What is the problem? And will the system actually take care of it? They've got to understand the liner installation and the different curing methods for the different brands or sizes. Also, the ability to identify and address potential issues within the pipe system. Remember, if there's a branch line coming in, they've got to be able to make sure that that line gets cut out and open so that the drain that's tied into it actually works as it should. And this training is often provided through specialized courses offered by manufacturers or industry organizations. So there's a lot of different people out there doing it. I've seen some amazing training through Picote at the WEC conference and things like that. Ridge's got their own system. There's so many different people doing this and so many different systems available, the tools for it, the equipment for it. It's not cheap to get started in, but to me, this is one of those things I talk to plumbing companies about all the time. If you want to increase your bottom line revenue, specialize in things that other companies aren't doing or some companies aren't doing right. CIPP is something that I think it's great for the homeowner, but it's also great for the businesses if they want to grow their value, their bottom line, and their relationships with their customers. And if you love this video, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and share it with somebody that you know maybe has plumbing problems that this could benefit them. It may help them out. And if you love this video, I definitely think you're going to like that one.